Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to another episode of Stack Your Chips, where we stack chips on the daily. We get to the bag. We find stocks that are going to make major moves and make you some money and stack your portfolio. So this one's going to be brief. It might be the quickest video that I've done. At any rate, I want to add value to what you got going on in the market so that we can stack chips. Before I get into this video, make sure you like, subscribe, comment. I want to hear from you guys about what stocks you're looking at, what you think of the videos, how we can get better. So, diving right into things. As far as earnings this week, I always want to start with data, some form of data, whether it's from the Fed or whether it's earnings. Tomorrow, Wednesday, big day. Like in the morning, we got companies like Lowe's, NRG, Advanced Auto reporting. And then in the afternoon, we have one of the biggest companies in the world, NVIDIA, that has got the chip game on lock tomorrow after market close. And this earnings report will move the market. So I know everybody's going to have eyes on that. Some other companies reporting that are noteworthy are Salesforce, Snowflake, C3 AI. And then on Thursday, we're hearing from Dell and other companies as well. So big rest of the week. But the market is super volatile right now. You can make money going both ways, whether the market's going up, whether the market's coming down, right? So this is the channel where I'm gonna show you where to look and how to find those plays and how to make money in it. So we're gonna get right into some data. In terms of data for the rest of this week, we have new home sales tomorrow, and then the Atlanta Fed President Bostic is speaking at noon. Will any of this be market moving? You never know, but typically events like these, they really don't move the market much, right? You got to watch out what Trump says these days. To be honest, like he can move the market on a Wednesday when not a lot of stuff is going on. Not saying that he will, but it's a possibility, right? And then Thursday on the 27th, we got the jobless claims that has been known to move the market. I would definitely look out for that. And then pending home sales, some more Fed folks are speaking on Thursday. And then, like I said on the previous video, Friday, we got the PCE, a very important data point for the Fed and what they plan on doing when it comes to raising, lowering rates in future meetings. So they want to see that PCE come down. It's been rising over the past couple of months. So the Fed's looking for it to come down. And if it doesn't, it could spell trouble for the markets. If it does come down, we could rally like crazy. So you're going to tune in here. I'm going to tell you for all the moves, tell you what to look out for, the levels, and we're going to get right into some charts. So in terms of charts, I typically like to start with the S&P 500 ETF, SPY. I like to see what it's doing on a weekly basis. I always like to zoom out to look at the bigger picture, right? And then we want to zoom in. You don't want to start like on a 15-minute chart, maybe during the day when it's like actively trading. You want to look at the 15-minute chart, like after hours. You always want to zoom out and come up with your thesis when you're trying to game plan for the next day, right? So we've been in this range, as I've been talking about on previous videos, for some time now, since early December, late November, mid November, right? So pretty much after that election rally, we've been in this range. I'm gonna call it the Trump range right now. But we all zoom in a little bit here. Let's look at the day. On the day, we came down to that 590 point that I marked on this chart for you guys. I told you it was gonna come. I didn't know if it was gonna come today or tomorrow, but it came through 590. And I told you guys that this is a key level for if it hits this level. There was a lot of buyers last time it was at this 590 level. And look what it did. It hit that 590 and we bounced straight back up. Kind of to zoom in a little bit more. I love looking at the 4 hour chart. It's my favorite chart. I'll typically trade off of this chart. I'm a trade. It's going to be in the morning or after that 4 hour close, which was around 1:30. We hit that 590 mark. We actually hit 589. The low was 589.56. But that 4 hour close didn't close under 590. So I'm like, ain't no way I'm gonna play puts right now. This was not a solid move. You know what I mean? They probably were stop loss hunting. The market knows. I know it's a ton of people with stop losses here at 590. Let me take all of them out. Some people may have had them at 589.90, 589.80. They took all those stop losses out, ran it back up, and then with potential to run it back down tomorrow. Everybody who has stop losses misses the move. Like that's how the market works, right? The market makers want to make as much money as possible, and then they play on what they know people typically do. So that's why I waited and didn't get back in puts. But if we open and run through this 590 part, this 590 level, 585 is definitely in play. Will they do that tomorrow? Pre-NVIDIA earnings? I'm not sure, right? You never know. But my thesis is they may wait until after earnings to make a decision on where we go next. So we may see a lot of chop tomorrow in this 595. Let's say where we at top here, 598, 590 range. So that's what I'm looking for tomorrow. Those are my levels. If you go all the way back to mid-January, the 14th, we have a gap here, right? With the bottom 589.19, and that gap doesn't fill till 584 pretty much. Um, I'm always for closing gaps. So I think the market will try and close this gap here in the near term before we see our next leg up. And then it could be 620, right? In the range. Maybe onward 620. Like by summer, we could be seeing 660, right? That's just me assuming stuff, right? But with all this AI productivity stuff, the market is looking for another leg up, and stocks just don't go down. S&P's been made to go up. So jumping into NVIDIA, the talk of the town right now, with their earnings tomorrow. We talked about these levels. I drew these levels on the chart yesterday. I showed you guys how to draw these levels. So go check out that video. I always like to zoom out to draw levels and then zoom in to see what's going on. But we didn't reclaim that 138 and we continued down. And I still call this no man's land, right? So if I were to play NVIDIA, I would have played it up here when we closed on the 4 hour under 130. Will I be looking to play this tomorrow? No. I would play something like this post earnings. I'm not in a rush. This ain't when you're not in a rush to make money, that's when you make the most money. When you're patient and you wait for your levels and the play to come to you. You don't chase the play. Right? So NVIDIA earnings tomorrow. Chart looks ready. Another chart that I definitely want to pull up is Tesla. If you're in my Discord, you've probably seen this before. We try and identify repeatable patterns. And this is one, the head and shoulders pattern that a lot of people talk about. It's either the head and shoulders or it's the inverse head and shoulders, which is the opposite of this head and shoulders. But NVIDIA is showing this pattern. It is as clear as day. And we called it out on Monday, like, hey, NVIDIA showing this head and shoulders. After shoulder, head, shoulder, we drop, right? It runs up, creates a shoulder, runs back up, creates a head, shoulder. And then this is what they call the neckline, right? So jumping over to NVIDIA chart, do I even want to zoom out to the week? See if I can see it on the week chart. Not really, not as clear, but as you can see, these little red head, shoulder, I think it's the clearest on the 4-hour chart, but it's pretty clear here. Like, here goes your shoulder area right here. This is your head. This is your other shoulder. Then, like, right in this area is the neckline, right? I drew this line on the previous video, right? No surprise here. One thing about TradingView, if you draw a line on TradingView on your profile, it's going to stick with that chart until you delete it. One of the platforms I like to use, this is not a paid advertisement. I don't get paid to tell you guys this, but NVIDIA, I am in some puts right now. So I got puts for 270 strike for March expiration date. I'm hoping those print. I bought some time this time because the last time I played a head and shoulders pattern, I got burned by Chipotle. I didn't play an expiration date far out enough. I tried to do weeklies and I got burned, but the head and shoulders pattern actually ended up playing out. I can jump to that after this one to show you guys, but there's a level down here, a huge gap on the 4-hour from 276 all the way to 256. So do we fill that gap? I think so. If we don't, I think this 270 level right here, where a lot of sellers came in, buyers that flipped to sellers, then it ran back up. I'm not sure if there was news in this area, but this was right around the Trump time, November 5th after the election. So looking for that to confirm over the next couple of days. Will I hold those puts if I don't see anything good by Friday? Probably not. I don't want to take a huge loss. We're really green this week, but just an example of a head and shoulders. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Here goes the neckline. Boom. Drop. Right? Here goes another example on CMG. Not as clear as the Tesla head and shoulders. Like Tesla's happened really quick. It was like boom, shoulder, head, shoulder, drop. Chipotle is more a shoulder, head, long shoulder, drop, right? We played it right in this area around around their earnings, right after their earnings on weekly. And then they closed out the 7th when I should have went a couple of weeks out and I would have caught the move, man, and bank. But that's what happens. You live and you learn. So another head and shoulders pattern that played out in the market. So what else am I looking at tomorrow? Not much. Like I said, I'm still traveling right now. So I may trade an hour, maybe 2 hours, and then wrap it up and go do other stuff, right? Trading allows you to have that lifestyle where you don't have to sit behind a computer all day. You can go out, enjoy your life, have fun, travel. So just out here trying to stack chips, build that lifestyle. You got that mindset. Excuse me, I've been talking all day. Tap in with us, join the Discord, like this video, make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you all on the next video. Peace.